I think players say that all the time.
Yeah,
and I
boy,
still don't
shoot
think
that
he
ball,
meant it when he
man.
said it. But in this case, that actually may be what happened. The Knicks just came out and took that game. Now, I just think the difference that I have between the way you feel about this next series is not that the Knicks can't win the series at all. It's that the Knicks need to approach this series the exact same way.
Yes.
They can't go into it going, we got home court advantage. We're now the higher seed. We got this. That was a fluke for the Heat in the first round. I would assume what you're getting is Jimmy Butler, who, guys, can we argue that when he's playing like this in the playoffs, Jimmy Butler's literally as good as anyone in the NBA?
Good shot, boy.
So he's as good a player as there's in the NBA. We got to deal with him, and we got to deal with a team and a coaching staff that, as you said earlier, Don, does this.
Yeah.
They don't get intimidated by going up in the playoffs. They're here a lot more often than we are. The Knicks need to look at themselves as dogs in this series and need to go out there and get off to a hot start on Sunday and get a lead in this series.
I don't think that we fall under the danger, Peter, though, of this team believing in its press clippings. I don't think that Brunson allows it. I don't think that Hart allows it.
Right.
I think they're really a gritty team. And, I mean, they held the Cavaliers in every one of the 4 wins to under 100 points. Cavaliers are a high-scoring team. Under 100 points, they just couldn't do it. They could not score against the Knicks. And, you know, you can say there were some open looks, and there were. In the game that I went to, I think that was game 1, there were open looks, and they missed them. But most of the time, they were worn down by great defense, opportunistic defense. It was, I'm sorry, Tom Thibodeau put on a clinic, outcoached J.B. Bickerstaff. Every single time there was a timeout, Bickerstaff made an adjustment. Boom. Thibodeau then called a timeout and readjusted. I mean, he outcoached him to an extent that was almost embarrassing. Because there is talent on that team. There's talent on that Cavalier team. I was absolutely flabbergasted by how well the Knicks played. I picked them to win. I never thought that they would embarrass the Cavaliers. They embarrassed them.
Especially after the way the Knicks lost game 2.
Right.
To think they would never lose another game, Michael, is startling. I still felt confident they'd win the series. We picked them in 6. We talked about could they bounce back, and they did. But did you think after they left the court, I guess that was last Thursday, down 2-0, that they were not going to lose another game in the series?
No. I thought that it was going to be one of these back and forth rock fights. And it was a rock fight just one way. The Knicks were throwing the rocks, and the Cavaliers were cowering. And my biggest fear, because if you listen to the show, you know what I've been preaching, that the Knicks should have gotten Donovan Mitchell. I still stand with that. That Donovan Mitchell was going to eliminate them, and there's going to be a lot of, they should. Well, you know what? They put that to bed. And they really, although Donovan Mitchell had a decent game yesterday, he was not at all a factor, at all. It just wasn't. They took him out of his game. Jalen Brunson outplayed him every which way but Tuesday. Every single way. It was a bravura performance by the Knicks. Every time. Last night, they never flinched. They never flinched. We're getting overexcited. No, we're not. We're not used to it. Don and I have been doing the show 20 years. They've won 1 playoff series in 21 years that we've done the show. One.
I know, it's amazing.
21 years, they've won 1 playoff series. This organization is a dumpster fire. But they're doing something right. Dolan let Leon Rose do his thing. They brought in the right coach. They made the right trades. They drafted the right people. They've got a really gritty team that kind of mirrors the image of New York. Now, I always say that that's nonsensical, but this is a really tough-minded team. New Yorkers are tough-minded.
Yeah, as cosmopolitan as New York is, Michael, there is still an image of lunch pail that we expect from our teams. And those are the ones that the city always seems to fall in love with. You know, the high-flying teams, the teams that kind of feel like they're above everybody. Like, we just like the guys that are the lunch pails. That's why defense, I think, means more in New York than it probably does in any other city outside of maybe Chicago with the 85 Bears. This is where the defense chant started, with the Giants back in the 50s. Defense used to be something you waited to get off the field or the court and wanted to see the offense. You wanted to see points. New York is where it really started with trying to win with defense. We love teams like that.
All right, before we get your calls, a lot of people want to talk about the Knicks. We're here for you. I want to give you game time, brought to you by Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. So you've got the the Mets and the Nationals. Mets have lost 4 in a row, and that's the first time that's happened since Buck Showalter became manager. The longest losing streak last year was 3 in a row. So that's at Citi Field. You have the Yankees and the Rangers at 8 o'clock. That'll be on Yes. And then a game that, I'm sorry we're giving short shrift, but we do have to celebrate the Knicks, is the Rangers and the Devils, Game 5. That series is tied at 2 apiece, and it will start at 7:30. Our pregame show on 98.7 will start at 7 with Don at the helm. And Don, this is the proverbial swing game, baby. Whoever wins this is in control. Doesn't mean they're going to win, but they're certainly in control.
Yeah, well, the winner of Game 5 of a series is even at 2 games apiece wins over 78% of the time. So that's how huge this is. And Kenny tweeted this out earlier. I guess the NHL released this stat. It's the first time in the history of the NHL that the home team has lost all 4 games to start a series and scored just 1 goal. In all 4. Like, it's never happened before. Like, that's how crazy it is.